Okay, so this morning we are looking at identity and what it means to find your footing. And we're doing it through a beautiful new collection of essays from a man you might be familiar with. Elamin Abdelmahmoud was 12 years old when he left Khartoum, Sudan for Kingston, Ontario. He is sharing his story in a new memoir, musing on all the different threads that weave together an identity. Elamin, first of all, thank you for joining us. Good morning to you.
My pleasure.
Abdelmahmoud, there we go. I knew I was gonna stumble on that.
Yeah,
Actually, no, I
sure.
didn't know I had it nailed. First of all, hey, congratulations on the book. As we were talking, it's just written so beautifully. For anyone who's an immigrant and a person of color, they will be able to relate to it so quickly. But first of all, tell us what Son of Elsewhere, what is elsewhere to you? What does that mean to you?
I think elsewhere to me is this idea of being suspended somewhere in the middle, right? The idea of I came from somewhere else, that was home, and now Canada is home, and neither one of them fully feels like the place where you're fully settled. Like a part of me always belongs to another place. And so I sort of wanted to spend a little bit of time with that place, that liminal space between here and there, and decide, you know what, this is my home. My home is actually like this place that combines both of them, but is neither one or the other. It's
interesting you say that because when you come from a different country, you grow up knowing that that is your home. And then all of a sudden, you're sort of rooted out of that and put into something else where you think you're gonna find that same comfort, but then you don't. And sometimes we end up changing things about ourselves to be able to fit in. I love what you say in one of the essays. You said, I left Khartoum as a popular and modest preteen, and I landed in Canada with two new identities, immigrant and Black. You also gave yourself a new name as well. So what was it like for you to revisit all these things that you felt were necessary for you to be able to fit in?
Well, at the time, it felt natural, right? Like at the time, it sort of felt natural because I landed from Khartoum and I went to Kingston, Ontario. And Kingston is not the most diverse town in the country by any stretch. And so you end up finding a bunch of ways to make yourself fit. And that means overemphasizing some parts of your identity, underemphasizing other parts. And so I sort of, opened up the closet and I put my Black identity in there and I put my immigrant identity in there. The idea being that like, I would like to belong here. And that might mean not talking about these identities as much as possible. When someone accidentally nicknamed me Stan, I was like, perfect. I will use that name. That is now my name. I began introducing myself as that, and then it took a little bit of time for me to come back and say, you know what? I owe those identities something for putting them in a box, for the idea of like putting away Blackness, putting away the immigrant identity. They are owed something. I want to revisit them and kind of rethink what my relationship is to them. And that's what this book is.
Yeah, and it's amazing that you were able to navigate through this journey for yourself, but not a lot of people find it easy, right? Sometimes people are finding that struggle, that back and forth struggle of what their identity used to be and what the new identity that they feel that they need to have as well. So for anyone watching who hasn't found that journey or that footing to be an easy place, what would you say to them? What are they going to get from this book?
I would say that it takes time, and it's allowed to take time. So take the moment to find your people, because it's ultimately your people who are going to get you through this, people who are going to be okay with you no matter what version of your identity shows up that day. Because, we children of immigrants or immigrants know that the situation is a little bit, it's not static, right? It changes all the time. Sometimes you feel a stronger loyalty to your homeland than on other days, and your people will sort of keep you protected and safe.
Create that circle for yourself and protect that circle as well.
100%.
Congratulations on Son of Elsewhere. It is beautifully written, and definitely get a copy. It is definitely available now as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.